Welcome everybody to the session. My name is Shekhar Suman. I'm the CEO and Managing Director at Biotech. And today we are going to start the session by talking about myth and some bullshit rules which are being followed in the biotech industry and you should be aware of. Okay. So this is going to be the first part of the session. And later on, I'll take up questions from all of you. Okay. So welcome everybody to this session. Today we are going to talk about interesting things about the biotech industry. Okay. And you're going to love this because this is the best thing you'll ever learn. Okay. So don't worry, I'm definitely going to take up all your questions. Right. Please confirm if you're able to see me and hear me and the screen. Okay. Okay. Wonderful. So I'll start taking up questions shortly. Let me, take up this particular topic, which I have decided to take up as the beginning of our session. So welcome everybody. My name is Shekhar Suman, CEO and Managing Director at Biotech. I've spent 16 years into the industry. And today we are going to talk about 6 bullshit rules and myths to avoid when you are getting into the biotech industry. Before I get started, I want to remind you that success begins with you. You cannot spell success without you. So you are the most important ingredient of your success, right? You yourself. So you have to work on yourself. But sadly, when we are trying to work on ourselves, some people create some rules and then we have to follow those rules, right? As a professional, I hate rules, okay? I hate following rules. I'm a rule breaker. I'm a revolt. You can say I am a rebel, right? So 6 things which I'm going to share, okay? The first one is the scope myth, okay? So this is a big myth or a bullshit rule people talk about is there's no job, okay? Sahi logo ke liye job hai. If you are skilled enough, if you have the right skill set, if you have the right mindset, and if you have the mentality to grow within an organization, organizations are willing to welcome you. Okay. So yes, ये जो myth है ना कि scope नहीं है बायोटेक इंडस्ट्री में, ये totally myth है, ये झूठ है. अगर आपको proof देखना है मैं दिखाऊंगा, मैं live दिखाऊंगा. I'll show you that in our session today. The second thing which is a myth or a untold bullshit rule which people say is even if you get a job you will earn less. Well, in any industry, there will be some people who learn high, there will be some people who learn average, and there will be some people who will remain in the 8,000, 10,000 rupees per month range. But you get to meet only the lower ones because the rich ones, the busy ones, and the people who are earning high salary are busy, right? So they don't have time to talk about all this. Let me give you an example. So you can meet anybody on the road, but can you meet Mukesh Ambani? No, you can't because he's a busy person, right? Same way, the biotech professionals who are earning high salary and they're really well placed, they don't have time for all this, okay? And you really can't talk to them because they're so busy, right? They may not be active even on LinkedIn as well, right? So that's a myth. That's not true, okay? The third is it's mandatory to do a PhD. No, it's not, okay? This is something which many people get confused. You want to grow in the industry? Yeah, PhD is one of them, but not the only one. Okay. You need skill set, you need the mindset, you need the understanding of the work which you have to do, and you have to be willing to grow within the organization. You need to have the right soft skills. PhD is an add-on, right? So, okay, let's say that, for example, I am very energetic whole day, but tea or coffee is an add-on, which makes me more energetic probably, right? So if I drink tea, maybe I'll be a bit more energetic, right? But it's an add-on. It's not necessary, right? Now, there are some people who will get confused now, sir, should we not do PhD? You should do it, but it's not that you should do it. Definitely you should do it. If you don't want to do it, there is no other way. It's not like that, okay? So that's what I meant to tell you here. Now, the fourth myth or bullshit rule which is there is the stable job myth. People say that you won't get a stable job, or some people will say you should look for a stable job. Okay. Both the statements are wrong. Okay. It's a bullshit rule where people say that you should look for a stable job. Stable and secure job. That's the word they use. Okay. So let me ask you a question. Which is the most secure place in India? Anybody? Tell me. which is the most secure place in India. You know what it is? The Tihar jail. The Tihar jail is the most secure place, but there is no freedom. There's a lot of stability. You really can't move around. You have to sit at one place and do one thing in Tihar jail, right? As a prisoner. The highest level of security is in a jail, but you don't have freedom. See, stability is anti-freedom, right? If you want to grow, definitely you can't stick to one particular thing and be stable there. You have to always look for grander opportunities within the organization as well, right? Now, a government job, people say, is stable job. But the government job does not grow. You have to wait for 7 years for the next pay commission to come, and then only your salary grows. But do you know what happens in 7 years? Technologies like CRISPR, NGS, bioinformatics, quantum computing, Python, Java, Perl, all these will come and go. And you will be safe, secure at one place, but you will not be growing. The secret here is to grow. The secret here is to grow professionally. The secret here is to grow individually. Do you get my point? So you should not look for a stable job. You should look for a job where you have a freedom to grow, freedom to learn, freedom to experiment, right? And that's why I love my job, what I do at Biotechnica. And most of the people I can vouch for in Biotechnica love their job because they enjoy the freedom part, right? So this is what is a myth. The next myth which we have got is a fixed time job. Like I will do 9 to 5 job, okay? So I'm going to tell you a story now. So it was a Sunday in the morning, okay? So you can say Monday morning, right? So in India, Monday morning, and in USA, it was a Sunday late night, okay? So Monday morning here will be Sunday late night there. I was talking to a cancer biologist, and you know what was her background? Her background was a lab, right? She is a postdoc in US. So I asked, on a Sunday, that too at almost midnight, what are you doing in a lab? She told me something which I noted down whole of my life, and that is, when passion is your profession, then nothing can challenge you. She's passionate about her work. Nothing else matters, right? So that's very important thing, guys. See, fixed time jobs is something which is for cowards, okay? You have to focus on passion. If you are passionate about your subject, if you're passionate about what you want to do in your life, okay, then nothing else matters, okay? So fixed time job, that's not something you should look for. You should look for something which you are passionate about. Now, there will be many people, they'll say, okay, I'm already in a job, so what should I do, right? So, make your profession as a passion, as simple as that, right? Next point which I have, next myth which we have is, if you go abroad, life will be good. No, it's not true. Just now I gave you example. Whether you are in India or abroad, the challenges will be the same. The situations will always be the same, right? You will always have some challenges, always, okay? So whether you are in US or India, there you are spending in US dollars, you are earning in US dollars. Here you are earning in Indian rupees, you are spending in Indian rupees. So it's not that you learn a lot there and you learn less here. The challenges will remain the same. The inflation will remain the same. The cost of living will remain the similar ratio. Okay. So these are the 6, bullshit rules or myths which exist in the industry today. And why does it exist is because we have made it. We have created it through opinions. So now I want to highlight a very important factor for all of you. Now, what is that factor? That factor is, you have to know that you are built for bigger challenges than you think you are capable of. Okay. And if you have to grow in your life, then you must be willing to take up those challenges. Okay. How many of you agree with the pointers I said? Do you agree? Are you aware already of all this? Yes? Okay. Wonderful. Now, guys, you have to know this. This is not a complete set of rules which I said. There are multiple rules which exist, which is bullshit. I don't agree to that. Okay. Another rule I've just questioned just some time back is, in the college, they say that, okay, 75% attendance, 80% attendance should be mandatory. See, students are not dogs that you'll tie them to a rope and, make sure that they through a leash and they have to be there. we have to look at their understanding level. We have to understand, we have to look at their attention level. We have to look at their distraction level, right? And we have to innovate on the way we are teaching so that they enjoy, studying. The rest all doesn't matter, right? But yeah, our age-old education and university system still counts attendance, which is like a dog tied to a leash. Okay, I attended 75% of the classes, but I didn't understand anything. So is that degree worth? No, it's not. Because when I'll go into the industry will not ask how much was my attendance in the class. They'll ask whether I know this skill set or not. Right? So this is the point which I wanted to make, guys. Right? And I can see a lot of people strongly agree with me. Well, guys, there are multiple such problems in our society, in our education system, in our field as a biotech sector. And there are a lot of people. It's very simple to go live on YouTube and say there is no scope without PhD. There is no future of biotech. There's nothing you can do without a CSIR net. I don't agree to that. What I agree to is, guys, if we have the ability to learn, and if we want to do it consistently over a period of time, say 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, nothing can beat us. Okay. My question to you is, okay, we provide coaching for CSIRNet, but still I will ask you a question. I'll tell you this, that CSIRNet is not required if you want to grow, right? Svante Pao, who won a Nobel Prize, Jennifer Doudna, who won a Nobel Prize, they were not CSIRNet. What matters is the skills you learn, because that is what you're going to implement in the industry. Now, I'm going to tell you a secret. I know a lot of people who qualified CSIR, NET, JRF. They could not qualify interview in ISC. Top rank 1. They could not qualify ISC interview. While a 100th rank guy qualified. How did he do that, dude? The truth is, he could do it because he had the skill set. He had applied biology knowledge, right? And that's what you guys have to focus. Okay. So, हमारा जो इंडस्ट्री है ना, ये कमर्शियल हो गया है. तो सब लोग बात करते हैं, अरे CSIR कर लो, PhD कर लो. है, वो भी इंपॉर्टेंट है, बट उसके अलावे स्किल सेट इंपॉर्टेंट है. अब अगर कोई, if somebody is sitting in a lab in New York and he has no idea how a qPCR works, उसका गाइड तो 2 मिनट में उसको जॉब से निकाल देगा, उसको PhD से फायर कर देगा कि you don't know this, get out. Right? ये इंपॉर्टेंस है स्किल्स का. Right? Even though you have the right skill set, you can get a better job than compared to someone who has not got the skill set or who is even a PhD. Right? तो मेरा जो फोकस है इस पूरे सेशन में और थ्रू आउट माई entire career, I have always focused on skill set. So skill set, mindset, communication skills, ये 3 चीजें important है. Learning ability important है. If you have 4 things, you're through. No matter which field you go, you are through. Okay.